When I went to the service, I was among many different types of people, characters, many people of different walks in life. And some were more compatible than others. But I think that's mostly because I was a loner. I stayed within myself. I didn't go out with the fellas. I didn't do things that they did. That was mostly because I didn't approve of it. I never had a real close boyfriend in the service. I lost a lot of friends through combat, but I never really got so close to one that I stayed in contact with them. So that's unfortunate in a way, because you always like to be associated with your peers and whatever. But I'd say the military service made the biggest impression. You know, I worked for 3 different managers. And this one manager who was responsible for, he was a chemical engineer. He worked the formula out for frosting the inside of the bulb to give you a soft light through acid, and using acid of different quantities, you know. However, I didn't realize this until later on in my work life, that at one time he was an alcoholic. But he overcame that addiction. And he was always trying to get people to do a little more. And I could still recall the one time he sent a college representative to my house. He said, Mr. Carlson sent me here to try to influence your thinking and enroll in college and get a degree in engineering. I was trimming hedges when he approached me, you know. I says, nah, I don't want to go to college. I've been going to school for all my service career and all my educational careers. I said, I'm tired of studying. I'm tired of learning stuff that I don't think is that important. You're making a terrible mistake. Well, I didn't. I stayed working and I made money. Much, much money. And I always thought, I said, gee, you know, it'd be nice if I had a degree. Now here's the punchline. After making so many improvements in productivity of our product, I was approached and said, we would like you to take the title of engineer. Yes. And I stopped and I thought, I said, well, that's not right. I said, wait a minute. I said, I don't want that title. Well, why not? Anybody would jump at that opportunity. I said, well, in the first place, an engineer is educated in engineering. He has extended training in math. He knows how to make how to compute the figures, to make all these different parabolas that are important in design. I said, I'm not trained in that field, and I don't want to be embarrassed because I can't do it. And I'm not going back to school to learn it. So I said, you know, you do things because you accept a challenge. I said, when I accomplish something, I get a thank you from you people. And I tell you point blank, I can't spend that in a store. Put it in my paycheck. Now, just to show you how important that decision was not to accept that title. What happened, there were two other fellas that they approached. One other fella. And that poor devil had a heart attack because he could not measure up to the expectations of an engineer.
Oh, really?
That was really unfortunate. The other thing was, when somebody expects you to do something, you have to stop and think whether you want to be embarrassed when you can't do it. And I have, it's unfortunate that persists because of my lack of training in math, advanced math in high school and so on. So I was very fortunate that I made that decision. I didn't want it. Those people who take it, they paid an awful price for it.